Jenny says, "Hi from United States, and I told my ex how I felt about him. And the moment when I did, he left me for another girl, and I still am hoping he will come back to me. Do you think he will, or did I scare him off?" Well, there's no definitive way, Jenny, for me to tell you that he's going to come back. There's a high probability chance that if you guys had a deep and strong connection with each other, that he will. But if you started kind of just blowing out, your feelings and how you feel and all that kind of stuff with him, and as soon as you did that, he immediately left you, that's a really bad sign. Either way, your best chance at doing anything, and if he does come back, your best chance of getting back together with him is actually to get over him. It's actually to reconnect with yourself, create a separate identity, go through that whole no contact phase that I talk about in my Restart Your Relationship program, which you can get at commitmentconnection.com/restart. And instead of sitting around and thinking about him all the time, instead building up your life, getting into abundance dating, which is something I talk about a lot, right? Where basically you're dating a few different guys and you're letting them compete for your time, attention, and love. Because if you're coming from that space, you're far more likely to look at a guy in a better way, right? So I was just talking about this a little bit ago with the whole idea of being in scarcity, because that's what it sounds like you are, right? You're in this scarcity. There's this one guy, you want him back and all that kind of stuff. And I totally understand that, right? I get that. It's a pretty normal thing that a lot of women go through. And it's very, very common for exes to get back together. It's a really high probability, especially if you had a lot of history together, to get back together and you're really connected. And he at one point was in love with you. If he hasn't been in love with you, if he doesn't feel that way about you, if he's never been in a space where he has been totally in love with you and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be a lot more difficult because, you just being frank, he was never really that interested in you in the first place. So I hope that helps, Jenny. Just what you want to do is just reconnect with yourself, regain your power, date other people. And if he comes back, that's great. If he doesn't, then it shouldn't be any kind of big deal. And you should move on with your life and find somebody that's better for you, somebody that you're not idealizing and putting on a pedestal, and instead finding somebody that actually wants to be with you and build the kind of relationship that you want and who values you. That's what you want.